What's up guys, welcome to vlog number 19. As you can see from some of the images earlier in the vlog, I had gone on a little vacation to North Carolina, and this vlog basically is a session that I had after coming back from North Carolina, where I play a 2-5 session at the Hard Rock, and I wanted to go over the key hands in that session. As far as the last vlog, I listened to a lot of the comments listed down below in regards to the mystery hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the normal vlog format, but every now and then I'm going to throw a mystery hand into the vlog, and then I'll actually reveal it at the end of the vlog so you guys don't have to wait, or if somebody by mistake watches the second part and doesn't watch the first part, and it seems to create a little bit of confusion. It seems you guys generally like the mystery hand. It's just better if it's included in the vlog and the hand is revealed by the end of the vlog. So I listened to you guys. This particular vlog won't have one of those, but maybe in one of the next few ones there will be a mystery hand. Let's get right into it and let's go over some hands. In this hand, we pick up a nice looking hand. We're in late position and we look down at King Queen suited hearts. It's on me, and I end up making a bet of $25. There's been a couple limps, and so I put out a bet of $25. It folds around, and the button, the big blind, and the cutoff call. So we're going 4 ways to a flop. Flop comes out pretty decent. 10, 6, 3, 2 hearts. So we flop a flush draw, and we have the second nut flush draw at this point. So pretty good results on that flop. The big blind checks, the cutoff checks, and then it's back on me. And this is an easy spot to put a continuation bet. What am I saying? Continuation bet. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. So I put out a bet of $60 as I have 2 overs, and I also have, the flush draw. The button folds, the big blind calls, and the cutoff folds. So it's heads up going to a turn, and this particular player has been involved in a lot of hands. I really can't get a read. They seem to be a bit of a calling station, but we'll see what develops on the turn. So the turn comes, and it's the 8 of clubs. So it didn't really improve our hand, but it seems like a safe enough card at this point, where if I'm checked to, I can fire out a bet, and by double barreling I should be able to get 1 pair of hands hopefully to fold if that's what the opponent has. But the opponent actually leads out here for $85, and it's a little bit strange. They just bet out really quick. Trying to put her on a hand, it's kind of difficult. I don't think she hit a straight, because what did she call with on the flop? A gut shot for 60. So not really sure, but seeing as I still have 2 overs and I still have the flush draw, there's no sense in folding here, as that would be very nitty. So I make the call, and we're off to the river. The river comes, and it's not a good card. It's the 9 of clubs, and now that puts a 1 card straight out there. We didn't hit a pair, and we didn't get our flush draw. So the opponent checks here after leading out on the turn. This is a difficult spot because they showed weakness on the turn. So should I put out a bet and put her to the test, or do I just accept that I'm probably not going to win this hand and the player may be calling even if I put out a bet? Do I save some money and get some value by not betting? Because in a way, if we're not losing money, that's value. I decide to just check it back, and the opponent turns over 8, 9. So she turned a pair and she rivered 2 pair. Strange she called a flop bet with just a gut shot, but like I said, it was a calling station, and yeah, that one, I don't think I could have done anything different. I think the player probably would have called on the river even if I did bet. Let me know down below what you guys think, if I should have fired a bet on the river. I think I'm getting called, and at that point it was better just to shut it down and check. This next hand, there's a button straddle to 10, and I'm in the cutoff, and I have 6, 7 of hearts. This is a fun little hand. It seems the hearts are chasing me tonight. Hopefully I can hit a third heart after I flop 2. That last hand with the king, queen of hearts. Maybe I could just flop a flush this time. Let's see. Or maybe I'll brick. Who knows? So I make it 35 in the cutoff, as I'm trying to, take down whatever money's in the blinds and in the straddle. And the button ends up making the call, and the big blind also makes a call, and we're going 3-handed to a flop. The flop is very similar to the other flop. 10, 6, 3 again, 2 hearts again. This time we have a pair to go with it. Pretty good flop there, as we flop mid-pair and have a flush draw. So the big blind checks, and it's on me. This is an easy spot where I'm going to definitely come in for a bet. I'm going to size it not too big, as I have a pretty strong hand, and I come in for a bet of 50, which is a little bit less than half pot, and it's on the button. The button decides now to raise me to $125, and I start to think, now we still got the big blind, so I start breaking down what I'm going to do. The big blind folds, and now it's back on me. Decision time. Do I smooth call, or do I put in another raise to try to get this player to fold? This player who bet $125 on the button has $350, $375, something like that left behind. I'm pretty confident with my hand. I'm not going to fold, so I'm not going to call either. I think put the pressure on. If we take it right there, great. If we get called, we have good holdings. So I say all in, put it all in there. The opponent tanks for a long time, and I was pretty surprised the amount of tanking that they did, considering what they had left in their stack and the hand they had, but we shall see what happens. They end up making the call. So we're going to a turn and to a river. Let's crush this hand. The turn comes and it's a 5. That gives us a gut shot, as we can now get a straight with a 4. So we're feeling pretty good, as we got a pair, a gut shot, and a flush draw. The river comes and it's the ace. We don't hit the flush, we don't hit the straight, we don't improve to 2 pair, but maybe we're good, right? We got a 6. The opponent turns over ace, 8 of hearts. So they were going for a flush draw too, so we are drawing dead to that. But they spike an ace on the river, crushing card. Any non-heart pretty much that wasn't an ace or 8 would have been good, but it wasn't. Another flush draw opportunity, down the drain. And the night is not going too well, and we're down more than half our stack at this point. We're going to try to grind it back. Next hand that we want to discuss today, ace queen offsuit in middle position. A player from early position opens to 25. No, 20. 20. He opens to 20, not 25. 5 too many. I still would have called, really, but okay. Early position player opens to 20, and I make the call with ace queen offsuit. The button calls and the big blind calls. Now, this early position player has been very aggressive throughout the session, so really they could have anything. Even opening in early position, where usually it's hands that are very strong, he could have anything. So we end up going to a flop, and the flop is ace 10 5. Can you guess what suit? If you paid attention to the first couple hands, then you know what suit it is. Yeah, it's hearts, all hearts. when I needed 3 hearts, I couldn't flop them. But yeah, of course, in this hand, all 3 hearts come out. And luckily, I do, again, have a heart. I have the Queen of Hearts. So we have the second nut flush draw, and yeah, pretty good flop. Top pair, good flush draw. Big blind checks. The early position player bets $50, and like I said, he could have opened pre-flop with any range of hands, as he's been playing a lot of cards, and it's on me. My hand is very strong. There's no need for me to raise here, as I have a very strong hand, and I feel that I can just call, and then if the turn is a blank, just bomb. So I make the call of 50. The button actually comes in for a raise of $125. The big blind folds, and the early position player calls. And now it's back on me, and now I think it's time to just... There's no point in calling here, you know, there's money out there now. I have a strong hand. If I get called, I'm fine. And I decide to come in for an all-in. I have 275 more besides the 50 I already had called, and I just go all in for 325 total. And the button calls and the early position player calls, so we got quite the pot developing, over $1,000 now, and we think we're good, but both their calls do have me a little bit worried, as now there could be sets or 2 pair, but either way I should be good. There is the old King of Hearts out there, which does worry me a bit, but somebody could have Ace King with a King of Hearts, but against the opener and the button's also played a lot of hands, so let's see what the turn and river bring. So the turn brings the 7 of diamonds. The early position player checks, and now the button shoves all in, and the early position player thinks for a bit and decides on the fold. So now it's just me and the button going to a river, hoping we're good. The river comes, and it's not a heart again. We didn't get a flush again. It's the Jack of clubs, so we may be good now. Top pair, pretty good kicker. Opponent turns over, Jack 10 with the Jack of hearts. He flopped mid pair. He had the third nut flush draw, and he hit 2 pair on the river, and we lose on the river again for another hand. I hate hearts. I'm never playing any time I have hearts. I'm just gonna play spades, clubs, and diamonds, and I don't care if I got Ace King of Hearts. I'm folding every time. I'm just kidding, but I hated hearts that day, and we lose everything, and 0 is our profit and $1,000 is our loss. So you know what that means. Time to update the bankroll challenge, and let's do that now. So yeah, it was a very tough session. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog regardless. You know, it wasn't a good session for me. We've ran pretty good on the vlog since we started back in May. I mean, I can count on my hand how many times we've had losses. 2 or 3 times the entire vlog. I've been running good, and that's not something that always lasts, so you have to be realistic and know you're going to have bad sessions. You know, you try to play perfect, make the right reads, the right plays, and it's not always going to happen. And, you know, this is a learning experience to lose, and it just drives me more to play better. So leave your comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like, and leave any comments down below about the particular hands you liked or didn't like how I played. Or any comments about anything. I'll respond. Why not? Doesn't have to be poker related, though it should. But yeah, anything else I'll definitely respond to. And as always, thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for a video coming to a YouTube near you. Peace out.